Hello and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Belisle. I'm also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with our business owners to help them make more money and keep more of it from the IRS. I do that with our profit coaching programs. And with our tax planning systems, which has saved our clients well over $7 million over the last 5 years, all legally. I love my clients, like I say every week, but don't want to share a jail cell with them. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to unlock your hidden profits in 15 minutes a week. You want to hear that one, right? Anyways, first, support for today's show comes from Profit Maximizing Publishing, which published my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset, which shows you how to gain your independence from reduced cash flow, shrinking margins, and evaporating customer base. In this book, you will find chapter after chapter and idea after idea about how you can turn around your business and reset your profits from red to black in 90 days or fewer. Even entrepreneurs who are making money will benefit from this book. Trust me. Matter of fact, the 90-Day Profit Reset, the idea behind this was, okay, you've been doing your work, you've got your business running and everything. It's time to get, because of COVID and then what's been going on now with inflation and supply chain problems and more regulations and higher taxes and all the garbage, not being able to get enough employees. It was time to really get your act together. And I literally talked about this subject in how to unlock your hidden profits by spending just 15 minutes a week on page 105 of the book. And this book, it's like $20 paper, and I think I kept the price down at like $4 something for what do you call it, the Kindle version. Brain dead. But what am I talking about unlocking in 15 minutes a week? Well, what I'm talking about is getting 5 reports that you look at 15 minutes a week, half hour every 2 weeks, maybe about 45 minutes a month, whatever, consistently. All right. I can hear it now. I'm not interested. That's why I have a bookkeeper. That's why I have a CPA. Well, yeah, there's a quote here from Helen Macinis. I hope I didn't mangle her last name. Nothing is interesting if you're not interested. Pretty simple. But the last thing most business owners are interested in is spending quality time with their accounting records. In fact, I often joke that every business owner has ADD. They have so many hats to wear that reviewing their books often loses out to selling their products, producing their products, delivering their products, and collecting from their customers. Totally understand. I have the same thing, but I force myself to sit down and analyze these both at least monthly, but usually I'm looking at key items on a weekly basis. And I do a deep dive quarterly. All right. Successful business owners, and I've studied the difference between those businesses that are just surviving or have failed and those that are very successful. And I've kind of put some key things together, and this is one of them. Successful business owners truly understand that accounting is the language of business and that reviewing their accounting records on a regular basis is a major part of increasing their business profits, sales, and cash flow. Look, business is not a game of numbers, all right? It's a game of human behavior, in particular, the business owner's behavior, believe it or not, all right? Good accounting data gives us a scorecard to measure our behavior and its effect. One of the first guys I saw do this was a guy called Casey Truby. He called himself the lonesome cowboy, and he was definitely a marketing expert. He called it his 5-minute books. I call it the daily scorecard, but we both agree it's a vital tool to achieving success. Look, I did this at Coca-Cola when I was the CFO there, comptroller and then the CFO. We had what I call the daily report that went to the president and the CEO of the company and the various plants. All right. It basically showed on a daily basis what was their cash balance, because that's key. Can't run out of cash. What is the receivables from the beginning of the day, prior day, what was added, what was collected, what's the ending balance, and then what was the sorry, I forgot to shut down the phone and it's buzzing away. What was the payables, balance, what was paid the prior year, what new bills came in, what's the balance. More importantly, for the sales manager, what was the sales? All right. What was the sales for the month, for the day, for the month to date versus last year versus the budget? So that kind of helped them. the sales manager would look at it and say, wow, we were budgeted to hit this and we're 20% behind. We better kick our butt together. It was amazing how often in the last week they've managed to make enough sales to hit their budget. It was always surprising to me. There's basically 5 essential reports, and I just sort of went over them with you. So first is a profit and loss. Now, I did it daily. We did it daily there. You don't have an accounting staff. Go for weekly, monthly, whatever. I would at least look at it monthly. I mean, if you're a business owner, you need to. Simple as that. All right. You want to identify. The more often you look at it, like if you're looking at it weekly, what your goal is to identify items that are working for you. If you want to identify where you should focus your limited resources of money and time. All right. Comparing results from month to month helps us identify trends, and react quickly. You also want to compare them to industry averages. We have a wonderful program now that I'm kicking out when we do a financial statement. And after tax season, I'm going to try to hit the ones that didn't do tax returns. I mean, didn't do financials, only did tax returns. That compares two things. One compares to industry average, but also compares to their history over the last 2, 3, 4 years so that they can see trends. And it puts it in what's kind of I like about it. It puts it in a narrative format. It gives the data. It gives the charts, which people can read better than the raw data. So that's kind of important. It's an extra thing we do. All right. Sales reports by products or customers. Sales reports by customers or related costs and profits help us identify our most profitable customers and products. Remember the 80-20 rule, because that can help us identify your best customers so that you can make sure you focus on giving them excellent service. Look for opportunities to sell them additional products or services. Your best customers, remember, already know you, like you, and trust you, and they've shown a willingness to buy, to spend money. So this makes them the easiest customers to sell additional products or services to. So this is important. Third one I want to look at is receivables, because that's the most common receivables, an aged receivable report, because not having one, not collecting your receivables is probably one of the most common causes of cash flow problems. I could say that. It didn't want to come out. It was up here, didn't want to come out here. A daily review, or at least a weekly review, prevents surprises and allows you to an improved chance of collection. Look, it's a simple rule. The older an invoice gets, the harder it is to collect. It's that simple. Fourth one I want you to look at is accounts payable. All right. Too often business owners just look at the bank, call the bank. That's what I have. They forget the checks they wrote, and they forget the they call the bank and figure they have enough money to buy that new car or a large piece of equipment, and because they didn't run a payables report, they don't know that what they owe their vendors, and they may actually owe them more than what's in the bank. Okay, if business owners, I kind of discovered this. Experienced business owners, I didn't discover this. I mean, I've noticed this. If experienced business owners know they need to come up with so much cash at some point in the future, they're going to figure out a way to get it done. I mean, they almost always do. So a daily review of your obligations will help you sleep at night, as well as plan for timely repayment with your vendors. And that's key, because you don't want to mess up your vendors. And I put 5 cash on hand, but actually, like I said, that probably should be number 1. But those are the 5 reports, because look, profit is an opinion. There's a lot of things. Anybody who's used to teach accounting principles at community college when I first started, because I had more time than customers at that time. Not anymore. Don't have time for that. But anyways, profit is often an opinion where cash is fact. People were always surprised how many estimates are used in accounting for, like, depreciation. How do you write off equipment? For inventory, how do you value equipment inventory when prices are changing? And there's many more. So, but one thing that isn't fake is cash. Cash is cash. So it's simple as that. And you have to know exactly how much you have in cash. This one step alone will drive you towards a bigger bank account, because when you see it, you should have a peg amount. And when it starts to float near that, you need to figure out why. All right. And I have a whole chapter in the book. I spend a lot of time on the cash conversion cycle and how to improve cash flow, because that's huge. Look, highly profitable businesses are almost always run by business owners who know their numbers. As simple as that. They value the information their accounting records provide, and they often hire experienced CPAs to help them analyze them. Okay. We'll go over that. I've covered this before. I will cover it again, because I think this is very vital. All right. Here's some action tips. Decide what reports you need to review in order to discover what you need to do to improve sales, cut costs, and increase profits. Design those reports in your accounting program. Schedule some time weekly, at least monthly, to review this. Put it on your calendar. Okay. Hire an experienced CPA to help you set up the reports and show you what to look for. And really seriously consider, if you get large enough, consider hiring an experienced CPA to review your financial reports quarterly with you. They're going to spot trends that you won't. I mean, I've been doing this since the 70s. I have looked at more financials than most people will ever see in their life. And I see things that people don't see. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Blau saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. And we're in the middle of tax season, so I'm going to say bye. And you guys all have fun. Hope you have a great weekend, and God bless. And